A community catharsis in the middle of the New Mexico desert.
This is the first time we've ever had any kind of acknowledgement of our sacrifice and suffering as a result of being overexposed to radiation.
Finally righting a wrong 80 years after the world changed.
Army cameras 6 miles away recorded the historic moment in the black of night.
13 pounds of weapons-grade plutonium detonated in the barren New Mexico desert, the first time that a nuclear bomb was ever tested. Wes Burris witnessed the Trinity test at just 5 years old.
When that went off, it blew that window back against the wall and broke the glass out of the window. I can remember it was just bright, you know. You couldn't look at it.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, Dad, what happened? Did the sun blow up? And that's the window I jumped up and looked at.
So did you see the cloud?
Oh, yeah, I could see the cloud. Later, you could see it for a long time.
The federal government initially said the 38,000-foot-high mushroom cloud was caused by ammo and pyrotechnics that had accidentally blown up.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Over time, the nuclear fallout impacted the water, crops, livestock, and people all across New Mexico's Tularosa Basin. Cancers and other major health issues plagued generations of families here.
A brother had thyroid cancer. Mother died of colon cancer.
My mom died of bone cancer.
3 bouts of thyroid cancer, colon cancer,
stomach cancer.
I'm hoping and praying my youngest one doesn't get it.
Downwinders, as they call themselves, fell ill and even died, never getting official recognition from the state or federal government for all they endured. Until now.
We remember the mothers and fathers, the children who never grew.
A permanent symbol, the state installing this marker near the Trinity site, finally acknowledging decades of sacrifice and suffering for families like Tina Cordova's.
We bear the legacy of that bomb in our bodies. In my family, I'm the 4th generation to have cancer since 1945. This is the hidden history, the hidden tragedy of the Trinity bomb.
This site, long a tourist destination, the Army and National Park Service started opening it to history and science lovers in the 1950s.
Detonator charge.
And the site is featured in the Oscar-winning film Oppenheimer as the climax of the Manhattan Project. But neither truly expanded on the suffering of the downwinders.
We became the collateral damage.
Cordova spent years fighting for recognition and compensation for her community, taking their stories all the way to Capitol Hill. Now Washington is responding to their cries for help, too.
It wasn't until July 3rd of this year that they finally were able to include an expansion to the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act to include the people of New Mexico 80 years later.
That expansion happening as part of President Trump's new tax and spending law. But downwinders still face the harsh reality of health challenges and an uncertain future.
We're not done fighting, and the future probably looks very similar to what we've been doing in the past, which is continuing to raise our voices for justice.
Justice 80 years in the making for those who survived the dawn of the atomic age and those who didn't.
Aaron Gilchrest is joining us now live from New Mexico. Aaron, talk us through what some of these victims, what some of these families will get now under this new mega bill.
So, Allie, we're standing on the edge of the larger Trinity site here. About 12 miles that way is ground zero where the atom bomb went off. There are still people who live in the communities around this area, and many of them will be able to apply for this compensation from the federal government. $100,000 for people who meet certain qualifications. The descendants of people who've already died in this area will be able to apply for some level of compensation as well. And they'll get to decide exactly what they're going to do with that money. There are a lot of people who are still dealing with different health issues in this area. Perhaps that money will help them get better care for the ailments that they're dealing with, or they may use the money for, we've been told, things like college scholarships perhaps, or paying for college for some of the kids of downwinders in this area. I did ask Hallie, Tina Cordova, you saw there, about the people who've chosen to stay in this area. I asked why did people choose to live here for all these years after the atomic bomb test, and she said it wouldn't make a difference, that it's in their, the radiation is in their bones, it's in the ground here, it's in their DNA, she believes, to some level, and so people have already been impacted, and to abandon the area that is home for them, she thinks would be a moot at this point. Allie?
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.